Hi there and welcome. I'm thrilled to introduce today's speaker, a true pioneer at the intersection of real estate, technology, and AI. Thomas Heimann is a serial entrepreneur and internet innovator who helped shape the early days of online business. He built one of the first global web hosting and e-commerce platforms, partnered with tech giants like Microsoft and AOL, and later disrupted the real estate and title industries with automation-driven models. Today, Thomas is on a mission to empower agents and business owners through AI. And what he's about to share could completely shift how you think about productivity, marketing, and growth. Please welcome the founder of Cloud Title and Cloud Title Partners, Thomas Heimann.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm super excited to be here. And what would be more fitting than having an AI employee announce me ahead of this event? So today we're going to go over a lot of stuff. I'm super excited. I've been part of the technology industry now for the last, almost 40 years. And I've not been this excited literally since the early 90s. In the early 90s, the internet was just being born. And my sense at that time was that the internet was the great equalizer, that it would allow anyone, regardless how small they are, to be able to compete with the largest. And the same thing is happening again with AI technology. So it's not just some cute thing that you can use to write a job description or a property description. It's really something that fundamentally gives you the power to be as big as you wish to be by yourself without the need for, dozens of VAs or employees. And the key word here is agentic AI, agents-driven AI, AI agents, bots that are able to work independently and even work together. So we're really here at the cusp. I got involved in AI when ChatGPT was first made available in early 2023. So this technology has really only been around for the public for a little over 2 years, and it is just growing and expanding exponentially. And every single day, you think you know everything, and then there's a new announcement, and something is being taken to the next level. So it's super important that you fully understand what is happening right now and how you can utilize the technology we have today in your business to give you the cutting edge. So this is the agenda. We're going to go over ChatGPT. We're talking about prompt engineering, creating avatars and intelligence briefs. I'm going to teach you how to create your own custom GPTs, which is one of the most important skills to have at this point in time. And as they say, give someone a fish, you feed them for a day, teach them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. So custom GPTs are critically important. They can open even other business opportunities for you, but certainly help you drive different areas of your business. Video generation is absolutely mind-boggling. This video that you just saw literally took me less than 10 minutes to create. And I used a tool called HeyGen for that. And I'm going to show you some other tools that you can utilize right now to create video content in minutes, something that used to take video editors hours and hours, you can do now literally within a couple of minutes. Netbook LM is a Google product. I'm going to give you a quick demo. It's super exciting, and it's just beginning to be released, so to speak. And then we'll touch base on a couple of advanced tools and give you some a roadmap for implementation. And we're going to provide you with a free AI toolkit that has a lot of resources that you can use to implement all of this technology. So let's go ahead and talk about why AI matters for real estate. It really matters for every single industry that's out there, but it specifically is super important for real estate. And right now, the top agents are already using AI tools every day. You can literally save 5, 10, 15 hours per week on content creation alone. And early adopters report a huge increase in lead engagement. And the conception is that AI is complex, it's expensive, it's going to replace agents. And the truth is that AI is very accessible. It's very affordable. It's really just mind-boggling how affordable it is. And it enhances your capabilities. AI is not going to replace agents. AI agents or agents that utilize AI are going to replace those that do not. So right now, the current state is that AI tools are becoming mainstream, and it seems every single day there are new tools coming out. I'm going to caution you about jumping on the next bandwagon. Let's say you have a video creation tool. I guarantee you're going to find out, because your reticular activating system is going to focus on that, about a dozen other tools. And when you find something that works for you, stick with it. Content creation is being totally transformed. If you've been struggling creating content for social media, you literally will be able to create 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 pieces of content every single day within a very, very tiny time frame. And I'm going to show you some of these. Client expectations are rising. So the expectation for you to get back to them, for you to be available, and the quality of the marketing, et cetera, that you do. So right now, you still have the ability to be a first mover. So the first mover advantage is huge in any kind of industry, in any kind of new technology, because most people, when they say, yeah, I'm utilizing AI in my business, what they really mean is they have a free ChatGPT account, or maybe they work with Google Gemini or Microsoft Copilot, and they'll, write a blog post or a listing description. And that's pretty much the extent to it. But there's so many more things that you can do. And again, time savings, quality of marketing materials, and your ability to focus on high value activities are just some of the reasons why you need to take a look at that. So today you're going to learn how to use ChatGPT effectively. I'm going to teach you about the RIPLE method for creating powerful prompts. Prompt engineering is one of the most important skills. There are people literally right now making $200,000-$300,000 a year as prompt engineers, because it's garbage in, garbage out. So if you master this ability, that is going to set you apart. Custom GPTs, creating professional marketing content in minutes. I'm going to provide you with a few free GPTs that you can utilize immediately. I'm going to demo some of them. And then we'll have a 30-day AI adoption plan. So let's talk about ChatGPT basics. And I'm going to shift gears here and go into my web browser. And I have ChatGPT open. I'm not going to go into how to create a ChatGPT account. It's serviced by OpenAI. And if you don't know how to get a ChatGPT account, Google it. How do I open a ChatGPT account? It's super easy, takes 5 minutes, and you definitely want to have an account with OpenAI, with ChatGPT. They have their own domain now, chatgpt.com, because you have access to so many tools. There are some services that have ChatGPT embedded, incorporated, but you want to go here directly. Now, there have been a lot of changes just in the last couple of weeks with respect to ChatGPT. You can now do image generation. You can do video generation with ChatGPT. The biggest change that happened is the availability of memory. It used to be that the memory was limited to just one chat. And every time you open a new chat, you had to start over. Now, all of the memory in all of your chats is shared. It's limited to your account, so no other account has access to it. But ChatGPT knows everything about everything that you ever wrote and ever uploaded, ever did. And so it becomes more and more powerful. It understands you and your business more and more. And if you've been using ChatGPT for any length of time, I'm going to provide you with a magic prompt at the end that is going to knock your socks off, that can help you in your business so much. Now, because memory is open now, there is this temporary chat function, so you can check it here and create a temporary chat. And I'm actually going to use that because I don't want to have these demo chats infiltrate my general chat history. But if you want to work on something separately, you can do a temporary chat. That is one way. Another way is to create a project. So you can add a project, and a project is like a self-contained section within your ChatGPT account, and the memory from your general ChatGPT chats does not get shared with the projects, and the memory within the projects does not get shared with your general ChatGPT. So if you're running multiple business, for example, multiple ventures, you can create projects and then have multiple chats within that project and start building a knowledge base within that project that is specific to that project only. So very powerful tool. And then, of course, we have custom GPTs. Now, the main thing, the most important thing when it comes to using any kind of AI, I don't care if it's ChatGPT, if it's Google Gemini, if it's Manus, if it's Grok, which is part of X.com, the most important aspect really here is prompt engineering. And we're going to go ahead and go over that. Prompt engineering is the difference between average or poor result and excellent results. And most real estate agents that use ChatGPT clearly do not understand prompt engineering, which is clear in the description of their properties. I'm going to go over that. You've heard garbage in, garbage out, and nothing could be further from the truth when it comes to AI tools, because they're indiscriminately. Whatever you give it is what it will work with. And so you want to use well-crafted prompts that can save you hours of editing time. And if you're new to ChatGPT, especially, there's no history in the ChatGPT's memory. So you really want to make sure that you train it properly. Now, consistent prompting leads to consistent results. And one of the things that you want to be aware of, which is why it's important to review the results that you get when you use any kind of AI, is hallucinations. So when there are gaps, when it has to make up something or think of something or imagine something, many times you get this effect called hallucinations, and proper prompting will avoid that. So there are a couple of methods. I'm going to talk about the RIPLE method, RIPLE, which R stands for role. You always have to assign a specific role to the AI and also talk about your own role. You know, what is your role in this interaction? What's the purpose for the request? And then, you know, the language, the length, the tone. Do you want soft, exciting, passionate, motivating, the style and the scope? And then also exclusion and limits. You know, how long do you want this to be? How many bullet points do you want to have in there, et cetera, et cetera. So that being said, let's go and take a look at some prompt engineering in action. And I'm going to use a temporary chat so that it doesn't get the benefit of all of my chat history here. So we started a new chat. One thing I forgot to mention is that there are different versions here. So when you start a new chat, by default, it's going to be 4 lowercase o. And GPT-4 is being phased out. So we have 4.0, and then we have a couple of versions here. There's 4.0 with scheduled tasks. It's in beta. Play around with it. Then there is a 4.5, which is great for writing and exploring ideas, but it does take longer to get a response. So something that might give you a response here in 15 to 20 seconds might take longer here unless you sign up for the Pro account. I have the Plus account, which is $20 a month, and I highly recommend that to everyone. They do have a $200 a month Pro account that honestly is overkill, but it does speed up certain things. And then we have here the 01, 03 Mini, 03 Mini High. These are really the most advanced right now, and this is for advanced reasoning. So you're really wanting to have almost human level thinking on part of the GPT. So we're going to stick here with the default 4.0. And so we're going to do a couple of prompts, okay? And the first one is, I'm just going to, and it's temporary, I'm just going to say, write me a listing description for a 2-bedroom condominium in Sarasota, Florida, near the water. So this is a very poor listing description, and this is what most agents do. And as a result, you're going to get something that we really don't want to have. So this sounds great, coast living at its finest, stunning 2-bedroom condominium near the water, blah, blah, blah. The updated kitchen, how do we know? This is hallucination here. We didn't tell ChatGPT that there is an updated kitchen. It is just hallucination. So you don't want to do something like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kill this chat. I'm going to start a new chat. And normally when you have a chat, it shows up down here. As you can see now, because this was a temporary chat, it is not showing up. So let's do a different ChatGPT prompt that is a little bit more along the lines of what we, and I wrote something out here. And I'm just going to write it up brand new. You are a world-class social media and advertising copywriter, taught by the likes of Jay Abraham, Frank Kern, and Dan Kennedy, with the wisdom of other marketing geniuses such as Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, and Alex Hormozi, period. Whenever you do enter, you want to make sure that you hold down the shift key, or otherwise it's going to be a problem. I am an experienced real estate agent located in Sarasota, Florida, who specializes in listing waterfront properties, period. I just listed a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condominium with 3,200 square feet of living space, so it is incredibly large, period. It is located on Siesta Key, 3 blocks from the beach, period. It does require work since it received some damage during the last hurricane, including some minor flooding, period. I'm looking to write a listing description that is no more than 500 words, period. The listing description should especially appeal to investors that are looking for an amazing opportunity to turn this property around. While you're at it, also create an engaging and compelling Facebook post that I can use to introduce this property in my market area, period. So let's see how this works. So as you can see, this description here is much more on the dot. And the main thing is that you want to provide as much information as possible. The more information you provide, the longer you go on, the better your outcome is going to be. And now here we also have a Facebook post to go along with it. So this is obviously a very different prompt than the first prompt that we did. So prompt writing is a skill, it's an art, and it is a science. And I invite you to take your time when you are going to write a prompt for something, whether it is content that you're creating, blog posts, listing descriptions, etc., etc. The more time you take in creating the prompt, the better your result is going to be. Now, a lot of agents just use ManyChats for all the different stuff, and that is fine, but the challenge is that memory is going to bleed over unless you're super specified, have a lot of specificity in what you do. And so again, prompt engineering is absolutely a critical skill. We're going to do some more prompts, but first I want to go on to the concept of avatars. So avatars, you may have heard it, what is a customer avatar? What is a business avatar? And when agents or business people in general go about writing an avatar, they're very, very challenged with that task. And the reason is nobody taught us to. And again, there's the lack of specificity. So avatars are detailed profiles of your business persona. I like to use the term intelligence brief when talking about a business or myself. And so you want to really take some time here and create avatars about yourself as well as about your clients. So I'm going to go through this exercise here with you, and we're going to create an avatar, and then we're going to create a market report, and we're going to use that in order to build a custom GPT. So let's go ahead and jump back onto ChatGPT here. And I'm going to abandon this one. And we'll create a new one. And it's going to be temporary again. When creating an avatar, there really is a process that you want to follow. So the first thing is we're going to create an avatar for a home buyer, just as a demonstration. And so let's say I'm a real estate agent in Sarasota, Florida, just hypothetically, and I specialize on working with buyers that are coming in to town from the Midwest. I have a very good friend. He's a real estate agent down in Lakewood Ranch, and he specializes on bringing people in from Canada, from Quebec, and he speaks French, and he creates a lot of French language content. I'm going to show you how to do that in a little while. But that's not my cup of tea, so I'm going to focus on the Midwest. And so the first thing I need to do is create a market report, because the avatar that I'm creating, I'm looking for that perfect customer profile of the person that is looking to come into my area, into my market area, okay? And so the avatar of someone relocating to, let's say, Central Florida, Apopka, is very different from someone looking to relocate to Sarasota. And they're not the same people. People that move to Sarasota don't move to Apopka and vice versa. So we want to be very, very specific, and we want to start with the market area. And we're going to create a market report. And I want you to notice how much specificity we're putting into the information and what we're going to get out of the information. So you are a world-class marketing professional and you specialize in creating real estate focused market reports for market areas all over the United States, period. I am a real estate agent focused on Sarasota, Florida, specifically waterfront or near water properties. And I want you to create a very detailed market report of Sarasota, Florida, going back at least 5 years and taking into consideration the changes that have taken place both in Sarasota itself over the last 5 years, as well as the real estate industry, and project what is going to happen over the next couple of years. I want you to include not only the physical aspects of the real estate, although that's super important, but also activities, attractions, culture, events, all of the things that would be of interest to someone considering the Sarasota market area, period. If you have any questions, then please ask me before you proceed with the report, period. I'm looking for something that is somewhere in the 20 to 30 page length, period. So we need to change that. So let's send this off and see what happens. So if I were to use GPT 4.0, 4.5, sorry, it would take much, much longer. But for what we're doing here, it's fine. So here's talking about, in order to do a detailed report, I'll need to do compile this information in a structured document. I can assist in creating an outline and gathering the necessary data. And once the information is good, we can proceed with the full report. Would you like me to begin by creating a detailed outline for the report? Yes, please. So it's going about it in a logical way. It's going to create an outline, a framework, and then it's going to fill it in to come up with the final report. So this is the executive summary. This is perfect. Let's move forward. Now, if you were focused on a very specific area, let's say Bird Key or Lido Key or the Barrier Islands, then you could have given that additional feedback to ChatGPT. So now it's going to create this market report. Now, one thing that I found is you can ask ChatGPT to create a PDF or a Word document to download, but many times there are problems with it, and then the link First of all, it expires very quickly, and sometimes the Word document is truncated. It doesn't have all the information. So the best practice is to copy the whole thing and paste it into a Word document and save it as a Word document. ChatGPT prefers Word. It's easier for it to assimilate and deal with a Word document than a PDF file. Pardon me. So let's see how far we are here. So we're stuck here for some reason. You stopped at 7.3 dining and shopping. Please continue. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and copy everything to 7.2. Control C. I'm going to go in here and paste it. So I have this Word document ready to go. See here? Let me copy this first and then see if we can get a PDF. So dining and shopping, this is where we stopped. Actually, let me see. There was something above that we missed in 7.1, 7.2. No, so we're fine, 7.3. So yes, please prepare a PDF. So I'm going to go ahead and save this Word document now. Save as Sarasota Market Report. And I want to save that into my local drive here. Let's see what ChatGPT is coming up with. Maybe it'll prepare a PDF that actually works, just so you can see how that works. So it says here you can download the report. Let's see here. We get an error message. So I have played with things with ChatGPT forth and back 1,000 times, and I just don't have the patience for it. So we have a market report in Word document. So now step 2 is the avatar for our buyers. So we have the market report right now. You can do an avatar for buyers. You can do an avatar for sellers. I'm just going to do an avatar for buyers. And again, I'm looking for buyers that are moving to Sarasota, that are retirees in the $1 million plus price range, because that's what I want to target. So here we go. I am a real estate agent focused on higher end waterfront and luxury properties in Sarasota, Florida, period. My focus is on retirees people that are either near retirement or that have retired that are looking to relocate to Sarasota, Florida from the Midwest region, period. I want you to create a super detailed customer avatar for that ideal customer, period. Give him or her a name, comma, and provide as much detailed information going back to their upbringing, their professional career, their lifestyles, their wants, their needs, their fears, their aspirations, what's most important to them. So I can have the ideal customer avatar / profile for my ideal customer most likely to move to this area and purchase properties in the $1 million plus price range, period. Include anything that would be noteworthy / necessary to know about this person, period. Put special emphasis on psychological factors such as hidden pains, triggers, and also desires and what is most important to them, period. I have prepared a market report for Sarasota, Florida, specifically the market segment that I am specializing in, period. This market report is attached, period. Please take that into consideration in determining the perfect avatar, period. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this file now. So I have here the Sarasota market report. It's uploading it here, and I have my prompt here. So here we go. Their upbringing, their education, their values, professional life, Susan, psychographic profile, personality traits, lifestyles and interests, what they read, real estate desires, not just moving, they're transitioning to the dream chapter. Low maintenance. Psychological drivers, their aspirations, the hidden pains, their anxieties, a real estate partner that they can trust implicitly, concierge level service. So if you want to focus on that market, this is what is needed. How they talk, think, how to market to them. So we're not going to go ahead and build a PDF because we know that that is a hit and miss and just takes time. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I want to create a new Word document. Michael and Susan Whitmore. That is our avatar, our customer avatar. That little icon here. Bada bing. So now we have the market report done, and we have the customer avatar created. So we could use this information now to go ahead and do another GPT another chat that takes into consideration all of that information. But we're going to go ahead and build a custom GPT to market specifically to these people. And the reason we want to do a custom GPT is because we can, number one, pass it on to our VAs or team. This is what I want you to use to create content for this target. You may have another avatar for sellers, totally different. You may have another avatar for a different kind of group of people, maybe move-up buyers or empty nesters that are looking for a different type of property and that have different psychographic and demographics. So it's very, very important to be specific because you can't have a one size fits all. That's where you will have a point of failure. So let's talk about custom GPTs. So custom GPTs are specialized version of ChatGPT tailored for specific tasks. They can be trained with unique knowledge and instructions. They're available with ChatGPT Plus subscriptions. Now, I'm going to provide you with some custom GPTs that you can use even if you have the free plan. But if you want to create your own custom GPTs, you have to have that Plus description. And you can share those GPTs with team members. I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's take a look here again at ChatGPT. And I'm going to go back here. We're going to lose that temporary chat that we did. And on the left-hand side, you have this little thing that says Explore GPTs. And here you have a world of public custom GPTs. So when you create a custom GPT, it can be just for you. You can share it with others, or you can even publish it publicly for anyone to use. And I'm going to use one of those later with you for video creation, the video AI, which is awesome. And that is a GPT created by NVIDIA IO and NVIDIA IO. And they created this GPT to create amazing videos in minutes. And then, of course, if you want to have the benefit of the videos without their watermark, then they compel you to sign up, which is very inexpensive, but it's a very smart way. And there are a lot of people that create custom GPTs that have links built in at the end to get more information, coaching, things like that. So I encourage you to spend some time and take a look at these GPTs that are there. I mean, there are literally hundreds and hundreds of GPTs, and you can search here. You can also sort by productivity, lifestyle, programming. I mean, amazing stuff that works with Canva, image generators, Write for Me. You can have data analysts. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. Creative writing coach. Let's say you're writing something. You can send it in to get feedback on it. You could even use it for writing that you did with the assistance of GPT. So these are all custom GPTs, but obviously didn't create them. But you can create your own custom GPTs. I'm going to go here, and we're going to create a GPT. And so here's what this looks like. You can go ahead and just start putting in information here, okay? Or you can go here under the configure section and or a combination of the two. So I'm going to go in the configure section here, and I'm going to go ahead and name my GPT, and I'm going to call it here Sarasota High Net Worth. Actually, yeah, let's see, marketing content for high net worth buyers in Sarasota. You can call it whatever you want to call it. And we're going to keep it private. But here's a description that you can give. This GPT will create marketing materials and content for my avatar. What was the name of that person again? Whitmore. Yeah, Michael and Susan Whitmore. Comma, Michael and Susan Whitmore, period. So I created something here. I started working on something that I'm going to special info Midwest to Florida, Sarasota, Florida, blah, blah, blah. So in your post, keep the links to no more than 4 paragraphs. So I'm basically telling here, I want to identify potential buyers 6 to 9 months before they're making their move. The call actions visit you on my website. While you edit, also create a follow-up email sequence containing 5 emails to be sent. Let's see what you can do. Enclosed is a market report and avatar. This is the person I want to market to. I'm going to upload some files. So I'm going to go ahead and upload those 2 files here. There are a lot of advanced options here. So here is the preview panel. So here we create a Facebook marketing campaign for my avatar. I will be running these ads targeted at people in the area they are moving from. Here we go. Full Facebook marketing campaign crafted to resonate with your ideal clients. Da 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 da. So here we go. Facebook ad campaign. Your dream chapter starts in Sarasota. The ad creative theme. So then we have here ad number 1, emotion-driven carousel ads. This isn't just a move, it's the life you've earned. Here's the copy. So obviously, we don't want to have the name in the copy. So I'm going to say here, I noticed you have the name in the copy for ad 1, period. Please rewrite everything and ensure that the avatar's name is not mentioned. So here it tells you also where it's targeted, so where to run those ads. Drive leads to download the Midwesterner's Guide to Relocating to Sarasota's waterfront. And ChatGPT can help you write that. Now, if you do a new chat to write that waterfront guide, you want to make sure that you include the market report and the avatar, because that is who you're writing that guide to. So here we go, ad number 1. This is a carousel, video ad, static ad image, testimonial style, UGC look. Targeting suggestions, behavior and interests. And so here it's going to offer to do a matching landing page, or if you want to dive into the 5-part follow-up email sequence next. And you can just continue on the conversation with this GPT. Now, I'm going to create this GPT. I'm fine with it. I could make revisions here. And I can have it just for myself or anyone with the link, or put it in the GPT store. What the heck? Let's put it in the store. Just see what happens. Category, writing, productivity, lifestyle, education. Well, it would be writing. I'm going to save it. Now here, there wouldn't be a link. If I go here, then I'm going to get a link for the thing. I don't know if I will have a link here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a link. So I can go ahead and just copy to clipboard. And if I want to view the GPT, this is what it looks like. Okay, so here's now, we didn't have a cover image. You could have put a cover image on there. And it's right here, and I can go ahead and write the content. So obviously I'm going to remove it since I'm not marketing to high net worth buyers in Sarasota or coming to Sarasota. But this gives you an idea. And when you share the GPT with others now, let's say on your team or the VA that's creating content, you ask them to create content using this GPT. Okay, so create 2 LinkedIn posts for me to attract my avatar to my market area. So I'm not mentioning anything in here, but it knows that this is the avatar, this is Sarasota market, and here it creates the LinkedIn post, which LinkedIn posts are very different from Facebook posts. And based on their profile, you probably wouldn't want to run something on TikTok. But just as fast as we did 2 LinkedIn posts, I could very easily say, create me 30. Okay. And on that note, one of the things I'm going to share with you, this is a Florida real estate social media content wizard that is a custom avatar that I created. And it's very extensive. So now, before we get started, please describe in much detail what is your ideal customer. Okay. So I have my ideal customer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Are you marketing to buyers and sellers or both? Buyers. So I want to have these 2. I'm going to have this here, and this here. So this is obviously good for any market in Florida. Any specific voice. You tell me what the best voice would be based on the avatar. So you see how powerful and important it is to have that avatar created first. So now it's going to create the content. I'm going to say Facebook, and it's going to start creating a 30-day Facebook content calendar. And now the memory stays within that chat, okay? So you would want to, so because it's a custom GPT, it doesn't leak over into your general GPT memory, but you want to keep this when you're done and then refer to it down the road if you want to have another month worth of content done, okay? So, and it just goes on and on. So play around with that. The AI toolkit that I'm going to share with you is going to have this and several other custom GPTs that you can use. And again, I'm going to provide a replay to everyone so you have the step-by-step on how to create your own custom GPTs. All right, let's shift gears and let's take a look at, best practice, obviously, clear, specific. You want to update knowledge regularly with market data, very important. And when you have a custom GPT, you can go in there and edit it and add more information or put in more distinctions. All right, let's talk about video generation. And this really blows me away because I am not a video editor. And I have right now a VA that's doing video editing for me. But what this here allows me to do is just absolutely amazing and will also allow my VA to get so much more done, so much more content done than he would ever be able to do by himself. So I created a couple of samples. So here is an example promo video I created with HeyGen for
Hey,
Cloud
top
Title
producers.
Partners.
Ever feel like you're building someone else's empire while closing deal after deal? You bring in the business, do the grind, and when it closes, boom! The title company banks the back end. Every single time. What if you could legally share in those profits?
So this video literally took me 5 minutes to make.
Hey, top producers.
This here is another one that I created with a ChatGPT plugin. I just downloaded the thing with a watermark. I was just curious when I was looking at ChatGPT earlier today, and it took me 2 minutes, 3 minutes to do.
Most agents don't know this secret. You can legally own part of a licensed title company without.
So it's just the same theme, and then I also played around with translation of videos. So a very good friend of mine, I mentioned earlier, he has consistent content that he does in French. And I told him, I said, Daniel, you can have this done in any number of languages. And so if you're doing video content, think about that, especially if you want to create content for, let's say, the Hispanic market, or maybe, you're German like me and you want to do it for the German market. So here I just had this video and I just was playing around with it. I say, okay, how difficult is it to create a French version of it?
Salut. Maintenant, plus que jamais, il est important d'avoir plusieurs sources de revenus pour votre entreprise immobilière.
So it was super simple, and I, highly recommend that you guys work with that and play around with that. Now, the current state of AI video generation is that it is exploding exponentially, okay? When I first came to the United States in 1986, digital photography was just coming out. And I had discussions with photographers because I worked with a photographer about digital photography. And they're like, oh, that's never going to be anything. It's always going to be film. You just can't do this and that and the other thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, now here we are. And actually, Kodak invented the first digital camera, and they completely missed the boat because they thought it was just a toy. And then Nokia took over and Kodak went out of business and went bankrupt. Now, AI is happening so much faster. So you can create avatars, video AI avatars of yourself that are so amazing. It's mind-boggling, and it's getting better all of the time. And as a matter of fact, let me show you something that is quite remarkable. Give me just 1 second. I found this the other day on YouTube. Go into my history. Here we go. And let's go ahead, share my screen here again. And so take a look at this.
This is an AI clone of myself that I created with only a few minutes of video footage using HeyGen, one of the best avatar creation tools available today. You can create a digital clone of yourself or get access to over 120 pre-built avatars that can speak over 300 languages. Mira esto. Estoy diciendo esta oración en español, aunque en realidad no hablo español. This could save you a lot of time and money, especially if you need to create videos at scale for training, education, UGC, sales, marketing, or social media. And HeyGen recently added new features like full body motion avatars and a powerful video translator with matching lip sync that can really speed up your workflow. Want to see more? Let's dive right in. Okay, so this is the real me, and in this tutorial, I'll show you how to create your own.
So as you can see, this is mind-boggling. And the thing to understand is that it is developing at an amazing exponential pace. So 3 months ago, AI video generation was very sluggish, not that great at all, and very expensive. Now, 3 months later, it's getting better, 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 and less expensive, less expensive, less expensive. And there are many, many tools out there that you can use. HeyGen and Pictory are the two easiest to use, in my opinion. And HeyGen has the ability to create not only voice clones, but clones of you. You just take a 2-minute video of yourself, and it'll create your virtual avatar. You just saw that lady with hers, and barely able to notice the difference. And it's very reasonably priced. So I would highly recommend taking a look at that. And on that note, let's take a look at how easy it is to create a video with one of these tools. And I'm going to go back to ChatGPT here. And Video AI is this tool that is part of the Explore GPT's library. So here we can do a marketing video. And I'm just going to say here, I want to create a 45-second marketing video targeted at buyers from the Midwest relocating to Sarasota. Period. I have enclosed my customers' avatar. Let me see what you can come up with. So very simple instruction. Again, I have the avatar here. So it's giving me two options. Option one, your legacy deserves this view. Guided storytelling. And then from Naperville to Naples vibes. Let's go with option one. So here's the voiceover script. Ready to bring this live with visuals, voiceover, and music? Yes, please. But it needs to connect to video AI in video.io. We're going to confirm that. Now this can take a couple of minutes. So this is real time. I didn't pre-record it. Sometimes it might get stuck, but I don't see a thing here to send off another message. So I'm just waiting. And when I tested it the first time, it took about 2-3 minutes for the video to be created. While we're waiting for this, I want to just show you some of the tools that I'm using. And here's HeyGen. And I'm going to provide a list for you with all of the different tools that I use and that I recommend. But here's HeyGen, highly recommended. Here's Pictory AI, another great tool. And actually what I did for Pictory AI, I used my own GPT to write a script, and then it gave me the step-by-step on how to make it happen with Pictory AI. 11 Labs is an awesome tool that you can use to not only clone your voice, but you can do text-to-speech very easily. So if you need to have any kind of text recordings, this is the way to do it. You can use it for ads. You can use it for faceless videos. You can use it for the scripts on your answering machine. You can use it for voice messages that you want to do a voice broadcast. And again, you can clone your voice and use your own voice to generate all of that content. This is MindPal. I'm going to go to that a little bit later. Let's see where we are. Still waiting. All right, so here we go. Now it'll prompt you to create a free account when you first follow the link, and I created that free account. You know, it's offering to upgrade here if I want to download it with the watermark. So it's preparing the video right now, and it'll just take a couple of minutes. While we're waiting for this, let's take a look at this tool here called Perplexity. Perplexity AI is, I call it a search engine for identifying what the best AI tool is to do anything, okay? I want to create an ebook for my clients, complete with amazing cover design. What is the best application for this? So it's giving me here tools, what to use, what kind of tools to use. Are these all AI tools? Question mark. I am looking for AI tools to make this happen. So AI tools for ebook creation. Jasper AI, ebook maker AI, and so forth. So remember what I talked about earlier with prompting, garbage in, garbage out. I didn't specify that I want to have an AI tool to do this, so it just gave me general information. But if you're looking on how to do something or looking for tools, this is the best way to go about. All right, let's take a look here where we are with this video. It's loading a preview. I'm curious now what this video looks like for attracting buyers. Let's see.
You've built a life through decades of hard work, snowy winters, and Midwestern values. Now it's time to wake up to more than just the sun. It's your legacy. In Sarasota, waterfront serenity meets timeless elegance. Longboat Key, Lido Key, St. Armand Circle, world-class culture, fine dining, and warm coastal breezes await. You're not just moving, you're elevating your life. This isn't a leap, it's a soft landing. Let's make this chapter your most beautiful yet.
So obviously this looks a little corny. Now you can actually edit the images, but I just wanted to show you how fast it is to create something. Personally, my favorite is Picture AI, and you'll be able to create content with Picture AI super easily. I'm going to do some separate training videos on how to do that. You can also just go and Google. Now, one tip, if you Google or if you search YouTube for videos on how to use any kind of application, make sure that you put in there 2025 because these applications are changing so fast and they're not going to be necessarily applicable at that point. All right. Another tool that I want to share with you real quick is Netbook LM. This blew my mind when I saw it. It's a tool by Google, and their Netbook LM is free, but they have Netbook LM Plus, which is $20 a month as part of Google One. That includes 2 terabytes of storage for the entire family. You can share Netbook LM with up to 5 people total. And this is something that I highly recommend you check out. So I prepared a little demo here. I'm going here to, oops, if I could spell, netbooklm.google.com. Okay, let's try this here. So I already have Netbook LM Plus as part of my personal Google account. And a very good friend of mine, Rod Cleve, he is the authority on multifamily investing. And he wrote a book, Creating Cash Flow Through Real Estate Investing. And I have the ebook here on a PDF. So I decided to load it in here. And the way Netbook works is that you can put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of documents. So for example, if you wanted to have, all of your standard operating procedures and marketing materials and training materials for your real estate team or from your real estate company, you could put it in there. I'm working on one right now where I'm bringing in all of the underwriting requirements and underwriting manuals from our underwriters to create this quote unquote notebook or database. Now, there's only one document in here, but you can have 100 or 500 documents in here. You can also put video files and audio files in here. And it takes all that information. And a couple of things, you can, number one, search for things. So if I were to go here and say, what are the 3 most important beliefs to be a successful real estate investor? Okay. I can go ahead and type that in here, and it's going to search that knowledge base. And so the answer here is true wealth is cash flow, not just appreciation. The key to earning is learning, continuous process, talks about that. And you must take action, massive action, to move beyond just learning, actually engaging and finding and securing deals. So you can find information very, very quickly and create a searchable knowledge base that you can also share. Okay, so you can share it with people. But the thing that is most amazing about this tool is you can actually create podcast conversations from the information that you have in here. Now, I only have one piece of information here, so
welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take the source materials you sent us and, well, we pull out the crucial insights. The goal, to get you well-informed fast.
Exactly. And today we're looking at excerpts you shared from Rod Cleve, How to Create Cash Flow.
Right. So our mission is pretty straightforward. Really get to grips with the core principles of building wealth through cash. Clive kicks off with a pretty powerful quote, without a vision, the people perish.
Yeah, and what's interesting isn't just like having goals, it's
so
digging into why they matter to you.
But I can interact with it now. And this is a beta feature.
Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Yes, hi. Thank you so much. I'm curious if you can tell me what the one most important thing is I need to do to succeed as a real estate investor. Nope. Oh, never mind. Need to give it access to the microphone.
Well, hello there. Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yes, I'm curious, what is the one most important thing I need to do in order to succeed as a real estate investor?
Oh, that's a fantastic question.
A really important one to start with.
Well, according to Rod Cleve, if we had to boil it down.
And his book really emphasizes this.
It's all about the Benjamins. No, wait.
He has a slightly different way of putting it.
That's right. He says it is all about cash flow, cash flow, cash flow.
That's the new rule of real estate investing, according to him.
Forget about just appreciation or resale value.
If a property doesn't generate positive cash flow from the get-go,
then it's not a viable investment opportunity in his eyes.
It's the recurring monthly income that's key.
That allows you to weather any market changes.
And even profit during downturns.
So focusing on properties that bring in consistent cash.
That's what Cleve emphasizes as most crucial.
So as you can see, the applications of this are countless. You can use it in your content creation. You could potentially create a podcast by information that is in here. You can scrape data on the internet and create learning documents, manuals, trainings. So the possibilities are absolutely endless. And again, it's by Google. It's called Netbook LM. And I highly recommend you to check it out and just play around with it. Now, a couple of other advanced tools are MindPal and Make. And I'm going to just share this with you real quick here. I pulled up the site here. It's mindpal.io. And MindPal is really taking agentic AI to the next level. So if you want to build something where multiple agents talk to each other, you can do that. And you do that by simply just giving it a prompt. So you explain what it is that you want to do, and the AI agents work together. So it's absolutely fantastic. It blows your mind. It has a bunch of pre-configured stuff, but you can just start typing in here, and it's really, 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 really cool. And I'm working right now on some very complex workflows with MindPal. So AI workflows are connected AI agents that each do something different. So you could have a workflow, for example, we can prompt someone for some information that they're going to submit via a web form, and then you're going to output something or write to a database or what have you not. So MindPal, a lot of the AI agencies that are creating very sophisticated agents that talk to each other, work with each other, actually use MindPal. And MindPal uses all sorts of AI tools, not just ChatGPT, but it uses DALL-E, it uses Claude, it uses Gemini, it uses Grok, it uses different image and video creation tools. So check it out. And then the other one is Make. If you've ever worked with Zapier, then you understand when I say it's like Zapier on steroids. So this is an AI version of Zapier. It's very inexpensive. If we look at the pricing here, if you pay monthly, the core, which is enough for most, is only $10 a month. The Pro is $18 a month. And they have a free version too to get started with. And Make is basically a tool that uses AI to connect different applications and different APIs to each other. So if you're using something that you would want to work with something else, with Zapier, you have the ability to connect two applications. And if this happens, then it'll trigger to do something else. MindPal works very, very similar, but it is AI driven. And of course, you can take tools like OpenAI or Claude and bake it into your workflow process. So imagine like an email coming in and then you do X, Y, Z. There's another tool called Lindy that does some of these things as well. But Make is really something that has incredible promise. So I highly recommend that you take a look at it. All right, it's exactly 5 o'clock. Let's take a look at where we are. And let's look at implementation and resources. So here's your 30-day implementation plan, and I'm going to email you tomorrow with that, as well as the link to the AI toolkit. But I encourage you to spend some time every single day working on quote unquote AI. The first one is week 1, basic ChatGPT implementation. Just work with it, just a couple of tasks per day, write some prompts, just become familiar with it. Maybe create your market reports. If you're in multiple market areas, write a market report for each specific area. Have one for Brandon, have another one for, Apollo Beach, have another one for whatever other area you're looking in. The more specificity you have, the better. The second thing is you want to start working on custom GPT creation. So just play around with that in week 2 and create different GPTs for different business areas. So if you're recruiting agents to your team, that would be one thing. If you're looking for VAs to hire VAs to do certain thing, that's another thing. If you're looking to generate leads, that's another thing. If you want to have an email follow-up campaign, that's another thing. If you want to attract buyers or sellers for different markets, for different products. So you want to create different GPTs per business area. And you could create projects and put them put your GPTs in projects as well. And then content automation, social media. Take a look at that GPT I'm going to share with you. You really ought to have, I would say, 5 to 10 pieces of content per day, okay? And with AI tools, creating that content is really a breeze. And you can use a VA for $4 an hour to post all that stuff, using Meta Business Manager. So there's no reason why you can't do it. And the tool that I'm going to provide you with, in a couple of hours, you could create a month worth of social media content, including images, et cetera, et cetera. Week 4, look at more advanced integrations. Take a look at Lindy, take a look at Make, take a look at your current tools that you're using, CRM, website, what can you integrate with what, and see how can you automate things utilizing AI. And there are a lot more advanced AI tools, tools that will answer incoming phone calls, AI tools that will make outbound calls, AI tools, custom chatbots. One tool I would look at right away is ManyChat, which you can use to automate responding to replies. You can put Instagram posts with a request for a keyword, and when a keyword is said, then you send direct messages with links to your properties, since you cannot have a web link in an Instagram post or ad. So take a look at that in week 4, and you expect that outcome should be to save 15 plus hours weekly on the tasks that you are doing. Key takeaway, AI is transforming everything. So if you don't jump onto the AI bandwagon, you will be left behind, period, end of story. And this is something that you have to stay on top of because things are developing so rapidly. So I'm going to add you to an email newsletter that is going to update you once a week with what's happening in the AI world with a focus on real estate. My personal focus right now, my passion and my purpose is to help real estate agents and title agents utilize AI to take their business to the next level. Because if we don't, we're going to be irrelevant in the very, very near future. And just think about it. The iPhone was introduced over 20 years ago, and it literally took 15, 20 years until you could say, okay, you can really run your life and your business on a phone, okay? AI, LLM, large language models, ChatGPT, that was introduced 2 years ago. And see how far we've come in 2 years. The next release of ChatGPT is going to be at or above human intelligence level. Just think about that for a moment. The things that you will be able to do are absolutely mind-boggling. And right now, we're the place where we create custom AI agents. The next step is going to be agents creating agents themselves. I just read an article the other day that software developers are estimated to be completely irrelevant within 1 to 2 years because AI will be developing software. And several companies right now are working on that technology. So it is advancing so rapidly. Microsoft just introduced a quantum chip maybe a month and a half ago that will fit in the palm of your hand, and that will literally have more computing power in one chip than all of the traditional computers in the entire world put together. So these are the kind of advances that we're seeing that are transforming everything. And as a real estate professional, this is a super exciting time. This is like being in 1995 when nobody knew what an email was, and you are the first agent to have a website. So on that note, Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic time. Here is my email address, and if you want to scan this QR code, you'll go to my link tree. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will reach out to you tomorrow with the link to the AI toolkit. And again, thank you so much for taking the time.